Peace to the family. Peace to the family. How y'all feeling out there? It is Wednesday, and we want to check in. We want to do these real reality speaks uh, check-ins that we want to do with the family. We want to do them like once or twice a week, where we interviewing positive people in the community that's doing really good things in the community, that's helping out people move forward and pushing forward, push forward in our community. So we glad that y'all can tune in today. And I'm just, the spirit is strong, definitely strong. And we've been doing this broadcast for like about 3 weeks now. We've been bringing people on, and we want y'all to know that we've been uploading different things. So if you're on my page right now, we put up a Dr. Laila Africa lecture that we put up, and it's absolutely free. You can go to YouTube. Man, it's dropping all kinds of jewels. You want to get yourself on getting yourself healthy. You want to work on just the humor that he has, just the mental and psychological things that he's actually saying in that lecture, and that he says all the time. So if you're not familiar with Dr. Laila Africa, you want to get his books, African nutritional health, whole African holistic health. You want to get that book. He got a book called Nutricide. He got about maybe like 12 books out that you want to check out. So we'll have the bookstore coming up soon, where you'll be able to go on and order those actual books from these different lecturers and different authors that we've been dealing with. But we put up a nearly full of Reality Speaks exclusive that you never heard before. We got that up. That's on our Reality Speaks site right now that you can go to, and we actually put it up on Reality Speaks on our page, so you can actually go there and you can actually be able to to get that for free. All we ask that you do is to share. Just share it to somebody. Go onto the page, subscribe to Reality Speaks YouTube page, subscribe, and make some comments and share it. That's all we ask when we put those things up for free. But if you do want to have more exclusive things that we're going to be putting up content, you can go to our Patreon page. So we've been building up a Patreon page. You can click the links, especially in YouTube. We'll put the links. The links are up. You can click the links at any time. If you want to donate to what we're doing, y'all know that we opening up a brand new shop. We scheduled to open up hopefully by March 1st sometime. And we're going to be opening up Conscious Reflection. There's two shops joined together. Reality Speaks. Members of Reality Speaks, but Conscious Heads Barbershop and Natural Hair Salon and Reflection Eternal joining forces, and we're gonna actually open up Conscious Reflections. So many of y'all seen the pictures and the vision that we've been throwing up there. We're gonna have a barbershop, salon, natural hair salon, and on the bottom level, we're gonna actually have job career development training center, which is gonna be actually be training barbers, hairstylists, and they'll be doing like selfless service, giving free services out to people who are maybe unfortunately homeless, or have some other unfortunate things happening in their lives that they can't really get to the barbershop. And also we'll be doing those free grooming services there on the downstairs level of that shop. Always giving back. We've already performed giving out to thousands of free grooming services in the city of Baltimore, thousands upon thousands, with just my students, Conscious Heads Barber and Boot Camp. So that's another thing. So Conscious Heads Barber and Boot Camp, for those who want to come through, is dedicated to training people on being barbers. We call it a apprentice prep program. So if you're interested and you wanted to become a barber, I don't care. I mean, how old you are, I can get you there. You know what I'm saying? I've been getting people there. I can get you there. It's a culture. I can't snap my fingers and it's going to happen overnight. Can't do that. But I can get you there. So, like I said, we got barbers with shops. Shout out to brother Sundiata, who's going to be my partner over at the new spot, and brother Andwele Ra. These brothers, shout out to those brothers. But, them brothers have their own shops. They come out of the Conscious Heads. Brother Tacoma, he has a shop down on North Avenue. He's one of my barbering students, one of my apprentices, doing very well. And man, I'm just proud of these brothers for like I said, coming out and coming under me as a master barber, and out there representing and showing, reflecting the great mission, because it's always a mission. We always on a mission. So we're supposed to have my man Pastor Heber Brown. Hopefully he'll be joining us shortly, for some words of wisdom for today. We're supposed to have him there. But if you want to support, we do have the links going down. Remember, we just passed that barbering bill that went in effect October the 1st. Very historical. Passed the bill. We used to only, as master barbers, can have 3 apprentices at one time. Now we can do, I'm sorry, you still can do 1 at a time. Now we can do 3 at a time. Very revolutionary for the field of barbering, and many of the hairstylists been reaching out to me, hey, can you help us change the law for the hairstylists and all? So yeah, I think, I'll help, I'll assist y'all to be able to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? We got to still spread the love, spread the love around and be able to help some other people out. So that's something that I'm open to. But for those who want to support, the bill was House Bill 1317. We asked people, you can send your cash at $13.17. Or anything you want to give, you give $1, you could give, $5, whatever. It all goes to our fund. And I got to put that link up that we actually have, the Conscious Reflection Empowerment fund that we actually have going on. And right now I think we little bit over $4,000 that we raised, but we got to pick it up. We got some great events coming up, and we're gonna get there to the goal. It's gonna happen because the people love the energy, love what we're doing. And again, we representing unity, showing that brothers can come, brothers and sisters, big up to Oshun at the river of Oshun, who'll be joining on. Where she comes out of the conscious, she comes out of the conscious heads camp. She comes out of the conscious heads camp, and she'll be joining on with us. Just give me 1 second, family, as we have a little. I'm trying to get Brother Heber up in here. Trying to get him up in here. Let's see. On this link. All right. Hopefully he'll see that. But Sister Oshun from the River Oshun, and hopefully she would she'll join us one day and talk about her business. But definitely very proud of her for the things that she's been doing in the community, and making our people look good in the community. But like I said, she'll be joining us so far as with trainings, natural hair trainings. Also, Sister Wendy, who used to work, comes right out of Conscious Heads Barbershop. She'll be doing braiding classes that we'll have going on here. And so in the course that we've already had with the sister from Nappy by Nature. So we'll continue to do those different things. But again, if you want to support, you want to show your love, you can definitely always, cash app, and you can do those things. I hope y'all having a beautiful Wednesday. Hope you're having a prosperous day. Like we always say, the spirit is strong, definitely strong, because man, I know during the week and in life, it's like as above, so below. We deal with things, and it's just as it was a beautiful day outside, beautiful day outside, and sunny. It was just almost perfect. But just as it was perfect, an almost perfect day, best to be assured that it's going to rain again. It's going to be cloudy again. It's going to be windy again, and we're going to have storms. Just like as above, so below. Just the same thing in life, and we got to keep going. We got to ground ourselves, and when it rains, we got to put a raincoat on. We got to put our windshield wipers on. We got to, sometimes, make clog up, a drain, and we got to go and unclog that drain, so whatever it is, we gotta redirect ourselves and deal with it as it comes, because like I said, we all need a lot of prayer, and it's a lot of things that actually go on in life. But stay motivated, keep the grind. Look, even myself, and I'm very motivated. I'm very, very motivated. But I don't stop. No matter what happens, I just don't stop. I keep on going. I keep moving, and thank God for that, for the inspiration. But I get that from the ancestors. I get that from the beautiful people around me. I get that from my mama. I get that from my queen. I get that from my children, and my brothers, my comrades in the barbershop, and all these people, man, they keep me going. They keep me going. Especially when that it's people that got your back. That keep you definitely going. So, man, I just I'm encouraging all to keep it moving. I don't know what's going on here. Why I can't get brother in this stream. He's having a problem. He's trying to get in here, but we're having a problem with getting them in here right now. Let me see. All right. Let's see. Yep. So still trying to get Pastor Heber up in here. So we'll hang on out for a second, But again, just encouraging our people to stay strong, man. We've been doing this for 20, 26 years. We've been doing Reality Speaks, Soul Vibers Nation for 26 years, Uh man, we didn't bought, we didn't been out on the street, protesting with the bullhorn. We can show y'all footage of all of this stuff. We done been in prisons, prison ministries. We didn't giving out food, free haircuts, giving hundreds of jobs in our community, just trying to give back. And all along, we done it. We ain't had no whole bunch of money. We ain't had access to a whole bunch of money, but just a whole lot of spirit. The money, the money will come, and the money is coming, and a lot of people catching on. But we've been able to affect people all throughout this country, throughout this world. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just glad that I could lend a helping hand, and I'm glad that I could help out, in the process. So, like I said, it's been 26 years, and we brought everybody within that 26 years that we've been bringing. So, still trying to get past the Heber in. Gotta go back and forth. I don't know what's going on. Let me see. Yeah. So, I'll say this about the brother, and even if we got to bring him back on, if we can't get him in, but this brother is a brother who, at Pleasant Hope Baptist Church, and so far as our lecture series is concerned, we've been several different places and had different headquarters at different times. But our longest place that we've been was at Sojourner Douglas College, man, and we missed Sojourner Douglas College, all Black run institution. And man, look, we love Sojourner so much, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did my wedding reception there. My mother did her wedding reception there. My sister did her wedding reception there. We did parties, we did lectures, we did everything there at Sojourner Douglas College. So, hopefully one day they'll be coming back. But in the midst of losing that institution, Pastor Heber Brown took us in as Reality Speaking to the Pleasant Hope family. And we've been there for years. I guess it's been, almost 8 years or so that we have been at Pleasant Hope doing all our events there. So we went there, and they took us in, and man, we love it there at Pleasant Hope. But this brother, just had the will to bring us in, and then just the things that he's been doing all through the years, man, protesting and brother, growing food and making connections with Black farmers all throughout the country. We really appreciate the stuff and the work that this brother has been doing in the community. So I'm still trying to get him on here. Let me see where he is. Let me see. Let's try to send this link one more time. Let's see. We can copy. Let's see. I'm doing this live thing. Oh no, you go ahead and walk past. No, yeah, whichever way. It don't matter. Yeah. Yep. All right. All right. All right, cool. So, like again, you said we trying to wait. Until we just wait like a couple more minutes to see if the brother come on. But again, we encourage y'all to get involved. If you want to take the barbering classes that we do have, give us a holler. Like I said, I'll get you there if you want to switch your careers, want to change your careers. And some people, they come in like, man, I come in and do barbering or do hair, and come and make a couple dollars, like, I have something to fall back on, No, but you can fall forward. You can fall forward with barbering and in the industry. You can make a heck of a living from doing it. People come in, create products, start teaching and classes and facials and all kinds of stuff. There's many different ways that you can actually do this. Work for yourself, and you can make a great living for yourself if you come in. But you get out of it what you put in it. You know, if you come in and you do half stuff, then that's what you're gonna get out of barbering. If you come in and you put your whole, you put your all into it, that's what you're gonna get. So it's the big difference between a barber and a person that just put hair on the floor. Some people just can cut hair. Some people cut hair well. But the whole thing of barbering is about a ministry, about us teaching and preaching, to our people, and and making a difference in the community. So, that's what we do as barbers, So I got one of our great barbers right here that's walking past, you know what I'm saying? He can actually, actually join in right there, you know what I'm saying? See brother Bilal right there, you know what I mean?
Good evening,
just walking in, you know what I mean? You can share some love to the people if you want, you know what I mean?
Yeah, this thing called barbering, man, it's an addiction and it's a way of life. And it separates you from the job world versus the entrepreneur world. So everything that you're putting out is you.
Right.
You don't have a boss that's making up your hours. You don't have a boss that's putting around your insurances and what have yous, so you can relax. If you lax, you're gonna blow your spot. So being in a business like this, what you put out is what you get back.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Appreciate that. I got a lot of respect for that brother, man. He taught me a lot, and just his spirit, man. He can come here any day. Hey, how you doing, brother? Like, man, I woke up today. Man, I'm just grateful that I woke up today. You know what I'm saying? And he'll go off on a spill with that. You know what I mean? And that's a beautiful thing, man. He adds something beautiful. Let me try to text this link to Brother Heber and see. Give me 1 second, family. Let me try to text this link to the brother and see if I can get this in. Let me see. Because I want y'all to hear from the brother. This brother is doing a lot of great things in the community.
What I'm trying to push towards.
Oh, come on. Yeah, it's a lot. You can't see it on there, but
Okay. Well, what I'm trying to push towards is becoming like a barber consultant. If you have any issues or you want to consult with someone about how this industry goes and how you need to have yourself in position so you can get ready to take off, call your boy Bilal. 443-883-9408. Would love to talk to you.
No doubt. So y'all hear that brother's doing some great things, and like I said, I learned a lot. Learned a lot from this brother. All right, just give me 1 second. 1 second. What the heck? Oh no, not the right. No, not that. All right. Let me see. Oh man. All right. So we set up this. Cauliflower. Oh, you got it from the vegan spot.
Well, I went around at on the restaurant side. Around at what's the name of that spot where all the restaurants in there?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you talking about they got the cauliflower with the joint. Yeah. They got the kale up in there. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't really do a lot of meats. Like I really don't, but I do, some of them.
Yeah.
More like a flexitarian now.
Yeah.
Mostly plant for some meat.
Nah, got you. Nah, that stuff is good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I've been there before. Yeah. Here we go. You up in here, man?
I'm here, man. I'm here.
No doubt. I know we've been through it. I didn't already promoted you and did a whole bunch of that stuff there. You know what I'm saying? But look, man. I mean, it's a pleasure to have you on. I was just telling people about we've been doing for 26 years, and when our main headquarters have been Sojourner Douglas College, And you know, when we done everything, I had my wedding reception there. I said my mom had hers there, my sister had hers there. We done everything there. We done all kinds of programs and Kwanzaa lectures, everything there. And when they all of a sudden, when they had to close down, it was a sad day for us. But I was thankful that, you know what I mean, that we had a brother like you to take us into Pleasant Hope Baptist Church, where we've been there. I don't know if it's been 10 years or 8 years. I don't know how many years. It was like 8 years that we've been doing
Around
something.
there, somewhere nearly
Yeah,
10,
yeah,
if
somewhere,
not
you know
10.
what I mean? So y'all, I mean, you know, so y'all took us in, you know what I'm saying, and filled in, and we really appreciate you for actually doing that, you know what I mean? But you know what I mean, I always want to talk to you, and I'm gonna continue to talk to you because I think that you do a lot of great things in the community. I think that you add a lot to the community, and the things that you do, and the stances that you take in the community, whether it's protesting, whether it's out, you know what I mean, doing your thing that you do with the farming and the black farmers, and just the mindset that you have to push out people to the next level. You know what I'm saying? So I really, you know what I mean, wanted to, like, you know, that we doing this. We've been doing like stuff like this for like probably like about 3 weeks or so, where we've been actually, you know, going live and trying to build up, you know what I mean, our pages and our YouTubes and all that kind of stuff. We've been around for a while, but we haven't nurtured the page, you know what I'm saying? So we got millions of hits on the page, but now we got to try to, like, you know what I mean, now get in the wind, you know what I mean? Like this YouTube thing and all this social media, it's like a kite. You got to get it in the wind so it can catch, you know what I mean? And once you get it up in the wind and it catch, you know what I mean, it'll catch. So, you know what I mean? But I think the people in the world need to hear from brothers like yourself, you know what I'm saying? So I welcome you, Pastor Heber Brown.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate the opportunity, and always good to rap with you, man, and learn from you and share.
No doubt, no doubt. So, man, your relationship, you know what I mean, goes beyond just even the reality speaks and stuff like that. But we have the barber client, you know what I'm saying, like relationship also, you know what I'm saying? So, can you speak? How has that been? Because I know I've been cutting your hair for 10, 15, but somewhere between 10 and 15 years, somewhere around there. I don't know how long, you know, but
Yeah.
how has that been?
Well, you know, man, every brother has a special place in their heart for their barber.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
that's a very strong relationship, and I'm just grateful. When I finally go bald and I ain't got no more hair left to cut, I might just still come sit in the barber shop like some of the other brothers do, and just rap and share and listen and learn. Our dear brother, Brother Derek Compton, talks about the black man's, what do you call it? The barber shop is the black man's country club.
Yeah.
Yes, I
So
appreciate that, man. And even beyond you, thinking about those who come through the shop. And you just never know. You just never know who gonna open that door next,
yeah,
and who's gonna come in the shop next. And that's what I love about Conscious Heads as well, that it is a gathering place. It is a social and cultural intersection and byway that brings folks together. And you're going to have some time together because you're sitting there waiting for your cut, or you in the chair. And so, particularly for men, particularly for black men, it's such an important space because we don't always do the best when it comes to deepening our relationships with each other, sharing how we feel about things, debating important topics and issues, laughing together. There is a short list of places where black men do that kind of bonding, and I'm grateful that I found a barbershop that nurtures that kind of connection.
Good. So just real, like I said, we're not gonna keep you long. We just going, you know what I mean, have some talk, some thought, and some questions that we're gonna ask you. But so, as a pastor, I know that your father, you know what I mean, is a pastor. Is that, of course, the main thing that rubbed off for you? Because sometimes people may have parents as pastors or whatever, and they like go the other way, like, oh no, I don't want no parts of that, whatever. What made you want to, pick up the baton and move forward?
Seeing the example of my dad, my grandfather, Bishop Heber Brown the first, uncles who were pastoring, aunts who are pastoring. You are so right. A lot of people will, grow up in that kind of environment and then go the other way. But I'm so grateful that I have elders in my family who, approach the vocation of pastoring with integrity. And, it really helped for me to see there was a way to serve our community, and this could be a lane to do that. And so, I'm grateful for my mother. The first voice of God that every child hears is their mother's voice.
Right.
The first God of our understanding is our mother. The first voice that we hear is our mother's voice. And so I have to also just shout out and appreciate my mother, Patrice Brown, and thankful for the deep spirituality that her mother, my grandmother, Salon Crockett, her mother, my great-grandmother, Geraldine Castor, my grandmother, Beatrice Brown. You know what I mean? So I just want to honor that. The divine feminine also, too, just shaped me and helped me to understand that pastoring could be a way to be whole and healthy within myself, but also to serve my people.
Definitely. And you say about moms, and man, I know you have a real close relationship with your mom, and I definitely have a very close relationship with my mom. I mean, like a guardian angel, man. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing, you know what I mean? And look, as I gain, I'm telling you, it ain't nothing that I won't do for my mother. You know what I'm saying? I have it where she got a Uber coming to take her everywhere she need to go. You know what I mean? And pay off all her. But once I get, I ain't there yet. You know what I mean? I can pay everything off. Yeah. But I'm trying to head that way where I can be able to pay everything. She ain't got to worry about nothing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So take care of everything she's supposed to, take care of. You know what I mean? Like Nas said, I think he said, he says, I forgot the line that he said, I paid off something, but something because you carried me for 9. I forgot the line. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? You carried me for 9 months, so I'm taking care of you. You know what I'm saying? Plus all that you've given to my organization. You know what I'm saying? And times when I was down and out and didn't have nothing, didn't have a dime. You know what I'm saying? She figured out a way. Go ahead, make this happen. Go ahead and do this. Go ahead and do that. So definitely giving props out to our divine, to the divine force of the universe. Definitely. So look, just real quick, just to ask you, COVID-19 happened, you know what I mean? And what's your whole take on the whole COVID thing? Because it actually changed the world, I guess, the way, the way that we do things today. And what did you do during that time? And what's your whole perspective on that?
Yeah, it's crazy how much of this pandemic has given a silver lining in so many ways. For me personally, it really presented an opportunity to really slow down, be more present at home, be more present with my family. It gave me a chance to get my hands back in soil and get back to gardening. That's such a therapeutic and powerful practice, just to slow down and grow your own food. And as much as I preach and teach that message to the Black community as a whole, it's all the more powerful to be able to go out my back door and get some food that I've grown and bring it into my kitchen. And I would advocate, I know we might get to talking about that more but I just want to advocate for everybody listening. I want to encourage you to get closer to your food sources, be able to answer the question where your food comes from, because we are not out of the woods yet, particularly when it comes to supply chain challenges, when it comes to the pandemics or the plandemics that are yet to come, when it comes to climate change and war. We have to become self-reliant on the foundational and basic things of our existence: food, water, shelter, clothing. And so as you know, Brother Jabbar, a lot of my activism and organizing at this stage of my journey is focused on systematizing our processes to obtain and sustain ourselves in those ways. But this pandemic slowed me down to grow in my own backyard, and not only vegetables and stuff, but also to grow my own medicine. I got elderberries in my deep freezer now that I grew right in my own yard. So being able to take those elderberries and process them into elderberry syrup that I grew in my own yard.
Wow.
How many prescriptions would we be able to throw away if we were able to grow more with greater intention what we need on the land that we have? So those type of things really help me too, slowing down, growing food. And then I know you care about family just like I do, like just being more present to, to my wife, to my children, because it's very important, no matter what public stuff we're doing, all the good you're doing in the community and all that kind of stuff, that has its place. But I just want to make sure when it's time for me to make my transition, I want to make sure that, for instance, my children stand up and say, yeah, you know, he might have been great in the community, but if you think he was great in the community, let me tell you what kind of great dad he was. I want my children to be able to say that they had a great father,
Right.
and who was very present with and for them. And so, you know, those types of things, this pandemic, in terms of silver linings, those types of things bubble up in my mind.
Right. So, you know, to keep it going. So you talk about the farming and growing your own food and different things. I want telling people what I mean, because I know you got a lot going on when it comes to so far as like with the whole food thing. I know you've been putting up posts, and I see you got like a million sweet potatoes, and then you got grapes one day, and then you got, you know what I'm saying? And you're like, yeah, I got the hook, you know, come on through and holler at me, you know, and you're getting food from these different Black farmers and different folks. Tell the people what you got going on so far as that's concerned.
Sure. So I founded with our dynamic team in 2015 an organization called the Black Church Food Security Network. And the Black Church Food Security Network is basically connecting Black churches and Black farmers to create a Black-led food system. We also work with churches, Black churches, to establish gardens on land that they own. We help them to repurpose their kitchens and classrooms and programming to support Black food sovereignty.
Wow.
And it's really an exciting work because we have churches now across the country and entire denominations that are committed to Black people having the majority stake in their own food system.
Wow.
And so it's really exciting. So like you said, we have trucks on the road picking up produce from farmers down south and bringing it into the city. We have churches with thousands of acres of land.
Wow.
That we're in partnership with. And I'm not, you heard me right. I said Black churches with thousands of acres. That's a real thing.
Right.
And so working with them, supporting them, resourcing them. And Jabari, when we laid the map out of where we are in the country in terms of our organization, what farmers we're connected to, and where we got, you know, increasingly to an increasing degree, where we'll have trucks rolling. This idea and vision of Black food sovereignty is within reach.
Wow.
And us really being able to make some concrete steps there. So yeah, you're right. I will have muscadine grapes, sweet potatoes. Right now, I was a little late, not only because of the technical stuff, but also because I had 1,000 pounds of collard greens I had to get from the warehouse and get to the new spot. And I'll be driving around tomorrow with my collard greens and, you know, moving collard greens around the Baltimore metro area.
So how can we get some though? I mean, what we got to do?
So hit me up on my page at Heber Brown 3, at Heber Brown, the number 3. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Twitter. I'm on IG. Hit me up. And we're I mean, I wasn't trying to do a whole commercial on your live, Jabari,
No. Go ahead. No, that's
so,
what, you know.
We got the collard greens. You can get a bulk order of collard greens, which is like 55 pounds. No, I'm sorry, 30 pounds of collard greens for $55. Or you can get 3 pounds, like a smaller, like individual or family size. You can get 3 pounds of collard greens for $6. And what's more important to me is to promote the farmer, the Black farmer that grew this food. Shout out to brother Larry Holmes from King and Queen County, Virginia. He brought the produce up, and this is our second, maybe our third year partnering with him. But I take pride in that, man. I take pride in being able to say everything that we move in, we getting it from Black farmers.
Right.
And getting it from Black farmers and putting it in Black hands and having that spirit of cooperative economics help to sustain the whole thing. For me, you know, that's the Kwanzaa principles in action. And Lord knows, you know, in my early and younger days, man, I'd be more so beating my chest and, you know, quoting all the books that I read and, you know, making sure everybody knew I'm RBG down to the toenails. And I'm still there. But in terms of being more of a political nationalist, being more of a pragmatic Black nationalist, That's where my home is now. I don't need to beat my chest.
Right.
I ain't gotta, all the performance or optics of Black nationalism.
Right.
I've lived through those stages. They serve their purpose. I'm at a different stage now. Either we're going to feed ourselves or we're going to continue to be dependent on the white power structure. The same white power structure that we complain about online every day. Either you're going to roll up your sleeves and put money in the hands of Black farmers, or we're going to keep on complaining about how sick we are, how oppressed we are, and all of that can be true. But what I'm saying is we have within our hands the ability to make concrete systemic steps to Black food sovereignty, not far off in the distant future. I'm talking about right now.
Wow. And some people don't even believe that the stuff that you're saying. So I'm glad that you're saying this stuff, because people don't believe in the entrepreneurial spirit and that we can actually do this. We can do for self. And a lot of people don't believe in that. So I'm glad that you're on here talking about that, bro. That's real big. And like I said, I ain't gonna hold you long. Lastly, I want to ask you, so we got this initiative going on, this we call the conscious reflection, that we actually going over to Baba Tahuti spot, brother who was in a horrible biking accident. You know what I'm saying? And not able to, he's in recovery, but not able to run his properties at this particular time. So, he's kind of was doing some things that we were doing, bookstore, salon, and different things. So, I'm over that way. So we decided, like, you know what, man, maybe we'll pick up the mantle and go ahead and run with this whole thing. We got together, and I want you to talk about how important healing is, because not only doing this project, it's just about us people just seeing another business opening, things that we doing, but it's about a healing thing that's happening at the same time, because me and brother Sunyada and brother Anduela, us brothers who came up, I grew up in Sunyada since I was in the 7th grade, and we got into a brother beef, and we beef for about 10 years until we decided, for the last couple of years, that, man, we got to get back together, because we were doing some great things together. So just to show people even that also that you can heal and you can come back together, with your brothers, your sister, or whoever it may be, and heal and push forward and move forward. So we want to show that spirit of unity and that spirit of healing and how important that is. So when we do this project that we're doing with Conscious Heads and Reflection Eternal, so Conscious Reflection would be the barbershop that we actually doing, bringing through our students and for apprentice and people to train and all those different things on the lower level, that people will actually be doing job development training down there, cutting free heads and things of that nature. But on the top floor, we'll have career opportunities, job opportunities that we'll have there. So just talk about the importance of healing for our community. And like I said, what we've attempted not to just talk about, but to show, because many people knew that we beefed and we argued and fussed for years. We never fought. We never fought each other. That was out of question. But we fussed and we argued and we didn't deal with each other like that for years. So
yeah, I think what you say, Brother Jabari, and I'm glad you're sharing this. You said you wanted to show that brothers can heal.
Right.
And I'm so appreciative of the example that y'all are setting right now, because I believe not only what you said in terms of brothers can heal, I think brothers must heal.
Right.
We must heal.
Right.
What y'all are engaged in right now, it will be far more difficult for you to try to do it by yourself.
Right.
And It's amazing how even in the so-called conscious community, as much as we decry the tenets of Western white worldviews that includes individualism, as much as we promote communalism and collective work and responsibility, isn't it something that which we profess oftentimes is something that we're not living into as much as we could?
Exactly.
Sometimes because it's just hard to heal.
Exactly.
I want to applaud y'all, because it took a whole lot for y'all to swallow pride, be vulnerable, open up, and say, man, listen, this is how I felt. This is, to hear the impact that you had on one another through that experience, but then also to come to a stage in life and say, listen, I felt that way, but I felt that way.
Right. Right.
The preacher in me wants to say, wait a minute, you missed that. I felt that way, meaning that's a past tense. I'm in a new place now.
Right.
I've lived a little bit more life now. I've had to cry some tears over loss now. And what I realize is life is too precious for us to stay connected, especially over stuff that's stale beef.
Right.
That ain't even fresh beef. That's stale beef.
Right.
And we keep on trying to eat stale beef. Man, if you don't throw that beef away and find a way to come together. So I just applaud y'all for doing that. I want to continue to, and I know it wasn't easy, and it'll be an ongoing process. Healing is not like this one and done. So I'm inspired by y'all's example. And I'm looking forward to I'm examining my own stale beef. What stale beef do I have that, as more and more gray gets in my chin, I'm like, listen, I need to settle some accounts real quick, and I need to clear some stuff up, because tomorrow's not promised, man.
That's right.
We all got a ride coming. My ride is on the way. Your ride is on the way. And you better make sure your business is straight before your ride gets here, because your ride ain't going to wait. So let me do this real quick. I know time is on us, but let me do this real quick, because I'm so inspired by what it is that y'all are doing. As a Black Baptist preacher in the Black radical tradition, I believe in raising an offering just to help support the effort.
Right.
So I want to pledge $500 in support of this effort. And that's my initial offering. I'm sure I'm going to give more as this project continues. But I just want to see if people who are watching me right now can match me. Chip in. Can you match me at 500? Let me just see. Anybody watching right now, no matter if it's live or tape, just type into the chat box how much you will. Let's just see how much we can raise real quick. I will give my 5, but I'm trying to see if anybody will match me. Chip in to try to match me at that $500 level. That's what I'm doing. If you got $5, just type $5. And Jabari, as they put their offering pledges on there, just put it on the screen as I'm talking. If you got $5, just put $5 in the chat box. $10, put $10. Maybe you ain't got 500. That's all right. But what if you could put up what you pay for Chick-fil-A? Whatever you do for Chick-fil-A, can you put that on the screen? Can you honor the effort that these brothers are trying to do? I just want to get somebody just say, I will chip in. The pastor said he's going to do 5. And I'm just asking if you can meet me. Just chip in to help meet me. Just type it in the chat box. Brother Jabari will put it on the screen, whether you on YouTube, whether you on Facebook. Listen, for all of the criticism that Black churches receive from the conscious community, and so much of it is valid. I ain't even gonna knock it. You get a lot of good critique. But one thing that Black churches do that the conscious community needs to step up a little bit more with, we know how to put our money together and get stuff done. We know how to put out. I hear the conscious community talking about cooperative economics, but I see Black churches doing it every week. Black churches do it every single week. We have the land to prove it. We have the buildings to prove it. We have the transportation and vehicles to prove it. And what I want to do is invite the conscious community. There's a whole lot of bones in Christianity and a whole lot of bones in the church. Spit out the bones, because there's some meat in there that the RBG community needs to know and needs to embrace. Some people don't know this, Brother Jabari, but Brother Marcus Garvey was a Christian. And Brother Marcus Garvey organized his UNIA meetings after Black church services. In fact, he held his meetings in Harlem after the Sunday morning Christian church hour, because he did not want to offend or upset the pastors in town. And many pastors were a part of the UNIA, including the father of our great ancestor, Malcolm X. And when I think about the role of the Black radical Christian tradition, Marcus Garvey, Nat Turner, Harriet Tubman, Gabriel Prosser, I can go on and on. I can go on and on from the Black radical Christian tradition of folks, Black folk, our ancestors, who, inspired by their faith, put their neck on the line and put their money up in the furtherance of Black power. And that's what I'm doing tonight. And I want to invite anybody watching. Can I get one person? Can I get just one person to chip in something toward my 500. I know this is going to stay online for a while. So even when we're offline, just put something up. And what I'm prayerful about is that the conscious community, the RBG community, will see something in this Black church pastor's example that says, I can meet them, I can match them, I can beat them, because this barbershop, whether you are Yoruba or Baptist, this barbershop, whether you are Muslim, this barbershop is going to be a shop that is an institution, a Black power institution in Tubman City, Baltimore, that we all should want to chip in and make sure not only that it happens, but that it is sustained for some time. So I'm going to put my 500 up, and I want to see if anybody will match me. God bless you, Brother Jabbar. I appreciate you. God bless you, Brother Sundiata. I appreciate you. And really, all of y'all, man, I appreciate y'all on the example in the true spirit that y'all are showing in unity, not just in word, but in deed as well.
Wow, wow. There it is. The brother laid it down, Brother Pat. And this is the only brother that I went, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not a religious person at all, you know what I'm saying? That I went to join this brother's church because of the stuff that he's actually been doing in the community, you know what I'm saying? Very strong, very opinionated, you know what I mean? But more than that, he does the work. And that's what's really attractive to me. Somebody who actually does the work. We appreciate that donation. And this will be going on. We will rerun this actual broadcast. I think it was great. I appreciate the words of wisdom, and we ain't finished with you. I mean, if we're gonna do some more down the line, because you got a lot more to talk about, bro. There's a lot more to talk about, a lot more that you've been into. You know what I'm saying? The things that you've been doing, and a lot more to say, because you got some things to say. So, man, we appreciate your hard works in the community. God bless your mom and your dad. You know what I mean? And all those angels and all those folks around you that's actually pumping you up, and you know what I mean. And like I said, I'm inspired every time I see you do something. You know what I mean? Put something up on the screen, and we really appreciate you, man. You know, so conscious community, RBG. You know what I'm saying? There it is. It's out there. You know what I'm saying? Like I said it before. I said it to Pastor Heber that a lot of times we ain't pooling together. You know what I mean? Where our buildings at? Where our, you know what I'm saying? Where our structures at? You know what I mean? Like, let's go. Let's represent. You know what I'm saying? So we appreciate y'all for joining in. Tusted, I know we got started a little slow. You know what I mean? But like I said, the brother was out doing the work. He was out getting what was he getting? The collard greens.
Collard greens.
Hey, some kind of way can you is it possible that you can come past the shop and we can make an announcement or something like that? You can come out for a little bit with the collard greens, or
with the collard greens. Sure. I'll be rolling around the mall, man. I'll be in the back of my truck.
Okay.
I can set that up, come through.
All right, yeah, because I want to get something from you. You know what I mean? Get something for some of the family members and all. But thank you for joining me here today. And we appreciate it. You know what I mean? Thank you. So y'all have a wonderful rest of your day. All right, peace.
All right, peace.